morning, everybody. Hey, it's the Morning Night Live with me, Marty, P-Dog Night. You know how it goes. Hey, if you do me a favor, if you are on Twitter, if you are a person who is on Twitter, please look in the chat, find the tweet that I retweeted from Becca Farley, and retweet that one today. I'm going to let Becca do the job that I am too lazy to do today. Okay, I'm not too lazy. I just saw hers there, and I'm like, you know what? Why do I always put it up if hers is already there? And that works for me. Thank you, Becca, as always, for being Johnny on the spot as far as that goes. And, we're going to talk a little bit about the too much, too little, too late to ever try again. Yes, the coronavirus that it's become a little political tool for some people, and I am annoyed as a motherfucker. Yeah, I tried to mute that last word coming out of my mouth because I try not to swear in the first 10 seconds, but it happens. But we're going to talk a little bit about the coronavirus, a little bit about politics, a little bit about what the headlines are today. And remember, today is Thursday, and you know what that means? It is FTG Thursday on the Morning Night Live. Here's the intro. See you in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P-Dog Night. And I think the music stops automatically on this one, but I'm going to say stop the music anyway because it's, welcome to the Morning Night Live. It is February 27th, 2020. It's FTG Thursday. And today, on Thursdays, I like to throw up a little reggae in the background. And here we go. Kind of. Oh, breaking news. Iran's vice president has just tested positive for the coronavirus. Oh boy, they are, the health minister of Iran. Okay, so I'm right back into it. Yesterday, the health minister of Iran, who has contracted coronavirus, was doing an interview and coughed on the interviewer. Now, I shouldn't laugh at that. I'm laughing at the irony, not that somebody is got a virus that has a potentially fatal virus. Okay. Now, so far, if you've been paying attention to the news, the people who are dying from coronavirus are very similar to the people who would die from the flu. And if you want to kind of put this whole thing in perspective, okay, last year in the United States, I think there were like, what was the number? I saw the number somewhere. It was like 450,000 incidents of the flu in the United States, and 61,000 people died from the flu last year. So if you're putting that in perspective, it's granted, now we haven't had the big outbreak here yet. We have a few cases, but I just wanted you to keep that in mind. It's new and it's exciting, not in a good way, but don't start jumping out of windows yet, okay? But let me start over, because before I really get too deep into this, because I have so much to say about this, and there's a couple articles I pulled up. Because I'm going to put this off my head. I'm just really getting annoyed at the very crass politicization of this. And so that's a little bit what I want to talk about today. But first, let's talk about who's first. And today, first in the chat was Mr. Jaeger. Well, I never decided if it's Ms. or Mr. Jaeger Pony. I've never really asked, but Jaeger Pony was first and gets the bell. Good morning. Good morning to Richo, my friend from down under. Good morning, Green Badger Outdoors and Advocatus Diaboli. Good morning, Richo. And Mitch the Ripper, Maddie, who's using the news handle today. Also, Fred Fernstrom, a name that I don't always see in the chat. Good morning. Who else do I got here? I got Becca Farley, of course. Good morning, dear. And hello to Texas Red, MC, RVA, and Irish Rose, D.I. Freighter, Seamus Derby. Let's see, as I scroll, Tyler F. Good morning. Good morning. Did I say? I already said Irish Rose. Good morning again. Also, there's people lurking. We got quite a few people already here. This is the family. These are the people who show up early, and I am so glad that you're all here. I'm sure as people slowly roll in. For example, there's Zombie Teddy just popped up in the chat. Hello, everybody who is rolling into the lurking into the show or moving into the show. I saw Fred Fernstrom say lurking boomer. The word lurking just popped out of my head. So, all right, let's get into this, because the first thing I want to do is there's a really good thread that I came across yesterday that kind of gives you a little bit of a timeline of this whole review of the White House response to the coronavirus, because a lot of not a lot. There's a few key Democrats and even a couple Republicans who are just being idiots about this whole thing. And I just wanted to highlight this thread first, because I think it's very important that we understand that this is not about politics. This is about keeping our nation safe, healthy, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's amazing to me how people have been bitching about this. And so I want to just kind of, whatever that was, kind of set the record straight. I do have my cup of reparations coffee here, just so you know. And I'm very happy about it. All right, let's go. So this is a review of the White House response to the coronavirus outbreak in January, before most were paying attention. Okay, so this is when they began to respond to it. Okay, remember this meeting they had, and the biggest news that the establishment media had about this meeting here, as they were having a meeting about the coronavirus, was how many white people were in the picture. How many white men were involved in this? Now, I don't give a rat's ass what color the group of people taking care of this are, as long as they're taking care of it, because I'm pretty sure if they stop white people from getting it, they'll also stop black people from getting it, and Latinos from getting it, and Asians from getting it, and anyone else from getting it. I don't give I don't give a damn. Yes, good morning, Chicago Mike. How are you doing? I don't care what the makeup of the professionals they put in charge of this shit is, as long as they're professionals and they get in charge of it. Anyway, so here in 2018, President Trump established a national biodefense strategy specifically to improve the speed of action for any biological risk to United States citizens. Now, I think that's this one right here. It's called the National Biodefense Strategy. It is, how long is this? It might be too long to actually read. Let's see, 30 pages. We're not going to read it, but hey, I'll give you a link to it if you're interested, because I think it's important. And there's the link to the National Biodefense Strategy. Now, following the initial reports from China, and anticipating multiple agency aspects of U.S. government, the U.S. government would need a unified command structure. On January 30th, President Trump assembled a unified task force to coordinate all response efforts across the totality of government. So there's his little meeting. Remember the meeting that was too white? It's kind of like the Oscars. You know, it's kind of like the Oscars. Oscars so white. Hey, we got our first super chat of the day, and you know you can do that through the Streamlabs link in the description down below, or just that it says pdognight.live. That is my Streamlabs website. Thank you, Jaeger Pony. It's Mr. Jaeger Pony. Enjoy the coffee. Yes, I thank you. Jaeger Pony is the official coffee sponsor of the Morning Night Live, and I do absolutely appreciate that. Keeps me in coffee all the time. All right. All right. So then, okay, so they had this task force, right? They wanted to get all areas of government that can be involved. Notice he already has this meeting, right? Now, it was hilarious because not only was it too white, but remember how they said, well, aren't you just panicking? Aren't you just overkilling this? Blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking to myself, really? I think why not get on top of it before it gets bad? Because obviously the Chinese may not be telling you everything about what's going on over there because they don't want to look bad. So you know what? How about we get a task force on top of this? So they did that, right? That was in January. Now, the task force is coordinated through the National Security Council. It is composed of subject matter experts from White House and several United States government agencies, and it includes some of the nation's foremost experts on infectious diseases. And they had a statement here. Let's see. Maybe I'll see what this statement says here. Excuse me. So this is a statement from the press secretary regarding the president's coronavirus task force from the White House office. This is January 29th, 2020. Today, President Donald J. Trump announced the formation of the president's coronavirus task force. Members of the task force have been meeting on a daily basis since Monday. At today's meeting, which the president chaired, he charged the task force with leading the United States government response to the novel 2019 coronavirus and with keeping him apprised of developments. The task force is led by Secretary of Health and Human Services Alex Azar and is coordinated through the National Security Council. It is comprised of subject matter experts from the White House, several United States government agencies, and it includes some of the nation's foremost experts on infectious diseases. The task force will lead the administration's effort to monitor, contain, and mitigate the spread of the virus while ensuring that the American people have the most accurate and up-to-date health and travel information. The president's top priority is the health and welfare of the American people. That is why in 2018, the President Trump signed the National Biodefense Strategy, which I put the link to that in the chat, which improves speed and action in situations such as this. The administration, led by the president's task force, will continue to work to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus. The risk of infection for Americans remains low, and all agencies are working aggressively to monitor this continuously evolving situation and to keep the public informed. For more information, visit cdc.gov. All right, so that was the press release they put out. Now, continuing. At the time the task force was established, January 30th, President Trump signed a presidential proclamation using his authority pursuant to Section 212 of the Immigration and Nationality Act, temporarily suspending the entry into the United States of foreign nationals. Now, that was controversial because it's what? What's the word? Oh, it's racist. Or xenophobic. One of the two. The travel restrictions were targeted towards those who would most likely pose a risk of transmitting the 2019 novel coronavirus. Further, to establish protocols, build out the larger response framework, and initiate proactive coronavirus measures. Immediately following the travel restrictions, January 30th, HHS Secretary Alex Azar declared a nationwide public health emergency. Remember when they said that was like being Chicken Little? Well, you may not remember that, but anyway. Using the authorities created by President Trump and in accordance with the declaration at 5 p.m. EST, Sunday, February 2nd, the U.S. government implemented temporary measures to increase detection and containment of the coronavirus proactively. That was February 2nd, so that was almost 25 days. It was 25 days ago. Any U.S. citizen returning to the United States who was in Hubei province in the previous 14 days is subject up to a 14 days of mandatory quarantine. So remember the cruise ship people, they brought some of them back, but they were subject to a mandatory 14-day quarantine. Further, any U.S. citizen returning to the United States who was in the rest of mainland China within the previous 14 days was put through proactive entry health screening at a select number of ports of entry and up to 14 days of monitored self-quarantine. I'm not a fan of self-quarantine, but whatever. At least they're checking them out, right? Then, all foreign nationals other than U.S. citizens and permanent residents who traveled in China within the prior 14 days were denied entry into the United States. The temporary ban continues through today. This was as of yesterday, and I'm sure it's still going on. Now, on January 31st, the Corona Task Force held a press conference. Should we watch? Well, I don't know. Let's see how long it is. I don't know if I want to. Let's see here. This press conference it's 33 minutes. We're not going to watch it. But anyway, that's on YouTube. Let's put a link to that. Just a second here. I'll put that if you want to check out that press conference. I remember seeing this, but I'm not going to, it's too long to do today. There's the press conference in the chat. If you want to right click and put that in the, put that on your to watch list. Okay. And then the transcript of the that press conference is also available, which is, I think I already have that pulled up here. Maybe not. All right. I'll even put the transcript. Well, anyway. Oh, here it is right here. Here's the transcript of the press conference. If you want to get really down and dirty and do your research, there's that in the chat. All right. And now, in response to these proactive measures, Democrats and the national media declared, as I cough away, declared that President Trump and his administration were overreacting to the issue. Remember that phrase. That's a very, very important marker in this thread, to me at least. And here's the Washington, of course it's the Washington Post article, which I don't think I think I'm beyond my limit, so I might have to do an archived version. Let's see, let's do this. Can I, let's see, that's not what I want. No, I don't want this, okay, so yeah, I'm beyond my free articles, but here's, I find this a little bit humorous. Let's see, maybe I can do this. It's not letting me, no, I want to, help me. Too late. I'm not quick enough. Anyway, so they were saying, oh, it's an overreaction. An overreaction. Remember that phrase. Overreaction. Now, the attacks against President Trump for being too proactive with the national security measures in response to the possible risks of the coronavirus were 26 days ago. Now, the same voices claim that President Trump didn't do enough. And here's old Chucky Schumer. Good old Chuck Schumer. Trump spar over incompetence in coronavirus funding fight. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer took aim at the Trump administration's over its handling of the coronavirus Tuesday, saying the president is trying to act too late and showing incompetence on health matters. The Trump administration is scrambling to respond, the New York Democrats said on the chamber floor, adding, it was as if they were trying to build an airplane while already in flight. Smarmy prick, Chuck Schumer. That I will always call him a smarmy prick. The comment comes after the president requested more than $2 billion on money to help battle the virus. The president, meanwhile, blasted the Senate Democratic leader as using the issue for a publicity stunt. Oops. Well, it'll show up someday. Okay, I don't know what happened there. crying Chuck Schumer is complaining for publicity purposes only that I should be asking for more money than $2.5 billion to prepare for coronavirus. If I asked for more money, he would say it's too much. He didn't like my early travel closings. I was right. He is incompetent. Trump tweeted. Why is my bell not working? I think maybe. I wonder if it's because. Let's check something real quick here. Oh, ting. There it is. Silly me. All right. Mr. Schumer criticized the president's administration for not distributing test kits widely enough, eliminating global health security teams, and putting Ken Cuccinelli, the Secretary of Homeland Security, in charge of the emerging health crisis. Federal agencies have been so hollowed out. Bullshit. Remember, he put a task force together in January before this all started out. Remember? Oh, what was it? They were too proactive. They were whatever. According to Schumer, the federal agencies have been so hollowed out. He said, questioning why an immigration hawk is handling the virus instead of scientists and health industry experts. Chuck. Remember all these white guys in the room up here? Remember all these white guys that people were complaining about? A good number of them are health and virus experts. Chuck. God, he's a shitbag. It's amazing. Oh, God, come on. Stop putting shit on my... there. Okay, and click here to read more and view comments. Here we go. Mr. Schumer said that the president should restore cuts to the Center for Disease Control budget and appoint a nonpartisan global health expert as the point person instead of a political appointee. What the fuck difference is that going to make? As long as you have the experts in the room, it doesn't matter who's leading them. The coordinator doesn't have to be the health expert. Just the health experts need to be the health experts, you moron. Holy shit. Anyway, Mr. Trump requested $2.5 billion from Congress money to deal with the growing threat of the virus. Democrats have panned Mr. Trump's request for coronavirus funding, saying it was too little too late. What were they saying before that? Let's see. It was... In response to these proactive measures, Democrats in the national media declared that President Trump and his administration were overreacting to the issue.
Wow.
God. Oh my God. He's such an asshole. Mr. Schumer particularly objected to plans to shift $535 million in leftover. Listen to this. Mr. Schumer particularly objected to plans to shift $535 million in leftover Ebola funding, citing the ongoing outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Leftover funding, meaning excess funding. Oh, so we shouldn't just... It makes your head hurt, doesn't it? Good morning, Prospero. Hi, Patrice Ripley. Hello, Cynical Lindsay. I'm glad you're all here. It's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Okay, a little Cool in the Gang for those of you old enough to know what that song was. All right, all told, the White House wants $1.25 billion in new funding, the Ebola money, and a series of other transfers that would add up to $2.5 billion in total. Hey, that's a good start. And really, Chuck, if you think it's not enough, feel free to put forward a bill in the Senate that could also be passed by the House for more funding if you think it's needed. Maybe you should ask some of those experts around that table that Mr. Trump had set. Remember that? God, he's a dickhead. All right, so continuing. Oh, that is the end, actually. And And of course, the first comment, vote Biden for change. Fuck off. Really? I don't care who the president is right now in this situation. I just care that something's being done. And the current president seems to be on top of things, which is fantastic. But you know what? You just cannot give Trump any credit, right? Because I don't know. Jesus Christ. Yes, Donald Trump was preparing for just this scenario in 2018 when he fired the entire pandemic response team. But in 2018, you mean when he did, what's this called again? The National Biodefense Strategy. They put it together, a National Biodefense Strategy. National Biodefense Strategy. Now, is it, you know what? So far, there are 15 cases in the United States. Could be more. They've isolated the people who have them and put them under quarantine, like but you would expect them to do. And, but this is not the only story, people. It's not. But before I go on, I do want to thank a couple people. Thank you, Necrosaw Collins, and Tyler F. for retweeting Becca's tweet, which is the tweet I used today. Also, Maddie the news chick, who also put the tweet out. In fact, I'm going to put hers in here too. You can retweet Maddie's tweet too. Retweet everybody's tweet who's tweeting about my tweet that I didn't tweet today. Bang. All right. So anyway, for some reason, there's a whole bunch of people who have retweeted my. I tweeted this thread out as a response to Neon Taster, who's someone I follow on Twitter, and a lot of people have been retweeting that tweet, just showing the thread. It's a great thread. In fact, maybe I should put the. Well, no, I'm not to do that. Anyway, so let's continue on this vein a little bit. Now, as I was saying, there are people out there who've decided to make this especially political. And it's interesting because some of the people who are making it political, probably, 60 cases now? Okay, there's 60 cases. Okay, I was thinking the 15 that, maybe it's 15 places where there have been cases. And some of those cases are people who have come back from other places where they put them on quarantine before they let them move out. Anyway, so some of the people... What's a good word for this? There is a word for this. Some of the people being assholes about this are people maybe you would think would just be trying to figure out how to maybe solve the problem, not make it a political bullshit thing. But this particular professor emeritus, or emerita, whatever you call it, of UC Berkeley School of Public Health says that maggots, isn't that cute? Maggots. Maggots not prepared for coronavirus. And now, just FYI, this professor has since retracted her tweet because it got ratioed like a mug. That's that's kind of a slang for motherfucker. A professor emeritus at the UC Berkeley School of Public Health had a rather uncivil message for President Trump's supporters on Twitter Tuesday, calling them maggots. That's cute. A lot of people use that one. It's pretty tired, but who aren't prepared to deal with the coronavirus, and suggesting that President Trump's public health policy is to hashtag let them get sick and die. Helen Halpin, who claims to be the originator of the idea of the public option in healthcare reform, declared, without evidence, that the folks most likely to be unprepared for the coronavirus, COVID-19, are maggots. That's MAGA with a T on the end is how she spells that. Maggots, of course, is a derisive term used by members of the anti-Trump resistance to describe the president's supporters. The retired professor also asserted, without evidence, those who exclusively watch Fox News aren't being told about the virus or epidemic because Trump's afraid it will hurt his re-election chances. Really? Now, now I don't really watch Fox anyway, but I know that most of the right-wing media has been not even right-wing media, the non-left-wing establishment media has been very, very vocal about this issue. And in fact, it's funny because aren't according to this professor, I'm sure some of the maggots that she's talking about, I bet a lot of those maggots that she talks about are probably preppers too, who are probably already have their supply of emergency food that you can get at forpatriots.com. Someone mentioned that the other day. And probably have, a fresh supply of water, probably have plenty of stuff that they can just stow away for, 30 days, a couple months or whatever. I'm sure that there's a lot more preppers in the maggot community than there is in the woke community. I'm just saying. She ended her tweet by slamming Trump's public health policies and suggesting, again without evidence, that she wants his supporters to get sick and die. Oh, isn't she special? Here's the tweet. The folks most likely to be unprepared for coronavirus, COVID-19, are maggots. Those who exclusively watch Fox News aren't being told about the virus epidemic because Trump's afraid it will hurt his re-election chances. Public health under 45. Hashtag let them get sick and die. Wow. She's a public health official. A public health, I don't know, something like Professor Emerita, whatever, Emeritus. Professor Helen followed up that tweet with another unhinged rant accusing Senator Chuck Grassley, Republican of Iowa, of being a sycophant who's denying the risk of a coronation's outbreak. But if you look at the senator's tweet or anything he said about the issue recently, there's no evidence whatsoever that he has denied the risk of the outbreak. She went on to write that it's essential that the public trust officials she went on to write that it's essential that the public trust officials in an outbreak or all hell breaks loose. We can trust no one. Well, whose fault is that? If you live your life being in Trump derangement syndrome, you probably aren't going to trust anyone in public, right? So here's the tweet about Chuck Grassley. Grassley's a sycophant who's denying the risk of COVID-19 outbreak. His behavior contradicts everything I was taught and taught others about public health. It's essential that the public trust officials in an outbreak or all hell breaks loose. We can trust no one. Wow. That's as Chuck talked about his classified briefing. Now, this professor's Twitter bio reads, UC Berkeley professor, health policy, politics, wrote public option, health affairs, resist, vote blue, never again, BLM, Black Lives Matter, Team Pelosi, no war in Iran, ERA. I like the no war in Iran. Yeah, we kind of avoided that, did we? Now this particular writer reached out to her for comment, obviously got no reply, or at least not an immediate reply. The Trump administration on Tuesday was criticized by lawmakers concerned that the government is not doing enough to fight what is likely to become a pandemic. Two cabinet members at separate hearings were grilled over what lawmakers described as an insufficient response so far. For God's sake. While Senate Appropriations Committee Chairman Richard Shelby said the White House budget request to handle the disease was lackluster. It seemed to me that at the outset that this request for the money, the supplemental, is lowballing it, possibly, and you can't afford to do that, Shelby told Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar during a hearing on the agency's budget request. If you lowball something like this, you'll pay for it later, he added, telling reporters he planned to recommend a higher amount without offering details. Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure when they make a request, they kind of plan out what they're going to budget. And they, I'm just saying, if you think they need more and you have a good reason to do it, feel free Representative Richard Shelby, Senator Richard Shelby, feel free to make that dollar amount higher. I'm good with that. Go right ahead. Jesus Christ. President Trump answered. Oh, by the way, thank you for the super chat. Dick Zucker. Dick Zucker. Just enjoying my morning snickerdoodle coffee. Have one on me. Well, thank you. I will enjoy more coffee. All right. Anyway, so this is just comical, man. So Donald Trump wrote in a tweet, CDC and my administration are doing a great job of handling coronavirus, including the very early closing of our borders to certain areas of the world. It was opposed by the Democrats. Yeah, remember that? Too soon. But turned out to be the correct decision. No matter how well we do, however, I don't know what the rest of that says here. No matter how well we do, however, the Democrats' talking points is that we are doing badly, Trump wrote in a subsequent tweet. If the virus disappeared tomorrow, they would say we did a really poor and even incompetent job. Not fair, but it is what it is. So far, by the way, we have not had one death. Let's keep it that way. A top U.S. health official on Tuesday had also attempted to allay fears that the administration was caught flat-footed. I'd like to let the Americans know that the CDC, our nation's public health agencies, are preparing every day for this type of situation. Preparedness starts long before this outbreak. Anna Suchat, Principal Deputy Director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, told reporters at a news briefing the U.S. government's response to the spread of the novel coronavirus in our country began as soon as reports of an unidentified and flu-like virus emerged from Wuhan, China, Suchat added. The U.S. has been implementing an aggressive containment strategy that requires detecting, tracking, and isolating all cases as much as possible and preventing more introductions of the disease, notably at ports of entry. So, like I said, they've been doing things about it. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, the Chuck Grassley's and Nancy Pelosi's of the world are going to slam them no matter what happens. If they don't have another case in this country, it just doesn't matter. They are going to get shit for it. So, I'm just saying, there's no winning for losing. Thank you, Jaeger Pony, for the very generous super chat. More ammo-related donations, awesome. Also coffee. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I might buy some ammo. Hey, good morning, RBA, and good morning, Six. And Kessler, how you doing? Duck Dog, some new people in the Green Badger Outdoors. I think you were already here though, or maybe you weren't. Were you here earlier? I thought you were. Anyway, well, hi anyway. I'm just saying hi to everyone I see that I can't remember if I said hi yet. Holy shit. Anyway, now, so again, this was an equal opportunity pile of boneheads, if you go by what Richard Shelby said. Like I said, Shelby, Mr. Senator Republican Shelby, if you think they need more money, give them more money. Fine. I don't care. You know, that's what you can do. So yesterday, if you're paying attention, also he decided to add a new person to lead the charge in the coronavirus task force, and that person is Vice President Mike Pence. President Trump appoints Vice President Mike Pence to head coronavirus task force. Now, this was that thing where I go, they say, well, would you want to put a health official in charge of a task force? No. You want a person who can organize a task force in charge of a task force and make sure that the people reporting to that person know what the fuck they're doing. And that's so Mike Pence kind of had a little bit of experience with this when MERS. Remember MERS a long time ago? The first case of MERS in the United States happened in Indiana. So when he was governor. And so he's had some experience with this. Now some people don't like how it doesn't matter. Mike Pence is going to get shit on by the left and be questioned by everybody because this is something that's scaring people. Anyway, Donald Trump appointed Vice President Mike Pence to head the coronavirus task force charged with preparing for and preventing outbreaks in the United States Wednesday night. The White House press briefing came hours after Trump returned from a diplomatic trip in India. He looks really tired too. That traveling's got to get to you. And he described the current threat level of the disease as low in the U.S. His statement echoed that of Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar in Tuesday's press briefing, where he described the virus as contained but warned that more cases are expected as borders can't be closed off entirely. Pence will replace Azar as the head of the task force. I don't need to go into the details of that, but I just wanted to make sure you all knew that. You can check that press conference out. It's all over YouTube. And then also, Secretary Azar. Now, here's the thing. So, Donald Trump speaks. And look, you know me, I'm not a Trump sycophant, but I do appreciate what the president does. That's right. And I think he's doing the right thing in this particular case. But people will interpret what Donald Trump says however they want to interpret it, if you haven't noticed. And in this case, there have been interesting interpretations of what the president has said. Before I move on, thank you, Cryptic Democrats, for the super chat through the Streamlabs link, the pdognight.live. Democrats is the coronavirus. They cough and spread their communist ideas to the dumb entitled generation. Thank you, Cryptic. Cryptic is one of the pun masters, along with Sheograth. Every once in a while, Crypto tells really funny shit. But yes, they. Boy, I'm just saying that is a virus that I do not want to catch. I do not want to catch the communism virus. All right, back to Trump. Trump gets interpreted however people want to interpret him sometimes, no matter what he says or does. And this particular case, it was hilarious. Hang on, let's get the right click here. HHS Secretary defends President Trump at coronavirus hearing. He did not say that the virus will just go away. This is this is a Breitbart article. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar corrected the record when a lawmaker misrepresented what President Donald Trump has said about the coronavirus at a House hearing on Wednesday. Now, you're going to hear this. If you're on Twitter, I'm sure it'll show up everywhere, right? The complete misquote. So here's what the secretary said. All of you know the World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus outbreak a global health emergency, and our administration now has declared it a public health emergency. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky. Excuse me. Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky says, Secretary Azar, we talk about this. The Trump administration has asked Congress for just $2.5 billion to combat the disease, Schakowsky said. Schakowsky then criticized the Trump administration's idea to move some Ebola funding to fight the coronavirus. Remember that $500 million in excess Ebola funding? The part of that Ebola funding virus that they haven't used? Well, here's what she says. You suggested robbing $500 million from the United States response to the Ebola epidemic, which is actually still raging in some places. So I find it incomprehensible that you are asking for a molehill when what we really need is a mountain of support here. Yes, see, because apparently throwing money at it is the best solution rather than just, taking the money you need and doing what you got to do. You got to throw more money at it because more money makes a better response, right? Immediately. Not like you can't ask for this much and then if you need more funding, you can ask for more. Let's just pile money on it so that you have $500 million in excess funding lying around like you did for Ebola. Because, they'll if you have $500 million in excess funding, that if they don't use it all, they will automatically put it back into the treasury, right? Because that's how it works. Because if you ask for $2.5 billion now, there's no takebacks. You can't ask for more later. Jesus Christ, they're fucking stupid. Mr. Azar, do you agree with the President of the United States that the coronavirus is very much under control in the United States and will, quote, now get this, quote, go away in the spring, end quote? The answer? He did not say the last part that you just said, Azar said. He said he hopes it will go away with warmer weather. Didn't say that it'll just go away. He said he hopes it will go away with warmer weather. I would hope, everyone would hope that it would go away with warmer weather, Azar said, adding that the coronavirus is in a contained status right now. Because that's the current status, contained. Now, if that changes, I'm sure that they will tell you. In the United States, Azar added that could change and that there will likely be more cases in the U.S. Representative Joe Kennedy, Democrat of Massachusetts, also said Trump said the virus goes away in April when questioning Anthony Fauci, head of the National Institute of the Allergy and Infectious Diseases, at the hearing. Oh, there's one of those experts. He's the head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Good guy to have on your team right now, right? I do have an ABC News story to enter into the record where it quotes the president saying directly that it's a problem that is going to go away. Kennedy said, well, your first problem, as I die of Ebola or coronavirus, I don't know. The first problem is that you trusted ABC News. Hey, did any of y'all see that Project Veritas video, by the way? Go check out Project Veritas's latest foray into news people who... The guy got suspended. I don't think the guy should have got suspended. That's the only problem I hate about it. Anyway, go check out Project Veritas. Dr. Fauci, does this go away in April with the heat? Kennedy asked. The answer. The history of respiratory viruses and other coronaviruses tend to diminish and almost disappear as you get into summer, Fauci said. It's just something that happens every year. So kind of the answer is kind of yes, isn't it? Very good. Very good, Dr. Fauci. We see that with influenza, Fauci said, but added that health experts don't know the course of this new virus, because they don't. Representative Larry Bouchon, Republican Indiana, said that in the final moments of the more than 4-hour hearing, quote, I just want to comment briefly on the criticism of the president and what he has said. If the president of the United States comes out and incites panic in the United States and incites a worldwide panic, I see the role of the president as different than mine or Secretary Azar's or others. I have no idea what that means. But yeah, what do you want people to do? Oh, panic now, panic now, panic now. I do think having a calming effect in a situation like this is appropriate and allow the professionals behind the scenes to do their job, Bouchon said. I agree entirely, Azar said. I think the president's role has been actually critical in keeping the calm in this situation. Oh, no. Democrats aren't going to allow that. Because since before when we were just jumping the gun, but now we're too late. Set your hair on fire. Run. Go jump in the, go do a polar plunge. You know what a polar plunge is? That's when they cut a hole in the ice in a lake, and for whatever, I can't remember what charity it's for, everyone jumps in the very cold water in the lake. You ever done one of those? I've never done one. They do those here in Minnesota all the time. Anyway, yes, we need more global warming. Thank you, Mitch the Ripper. Yeah, so the Run Screaming crowd is out there in force. And the Joe Kennedy one is actually, let's see if, I mean, this guy, this is hilarious. Just, I want you to watch. This one you just got to see it, because I was gonna play it, but I was gonna read it, but I'm not even gonna read it. Listen to this. This is an exchange with Joe Kennedy. Now this is the Joe Kennedy that's related to the Kennedys, as opposed to the Kennedy that's not related to the Kennedys. That is, one's from Louisiana and one's from, I think, Massachusetts. Where's this Joe Kennedy from? Oh no, this is the Republican Kennedy. There's also this Kennedy. This is Senator John Kennedy. I'm sorry, Joe Kennedy is the one from Massachusetts. This is John Kennedy from Louisiana. He has some stupid questions too. Watch this exchange. You just got to see it. Let's see I want to see how long it is. It's 2 minutes. You got to hear it.
Do we have enough respirators?
To my knowledge, we do. I'm focused on making sure that our operators at DHS...
Okay, the question, this first question, do we have enough respirators?
Let's make sure that they have the protective equipment. I know HHS, as part of the supplemental...
We just heard testimony that we don't.
Testimony from...
In a briefing.
Okay.
Enough respirators for what?
For medical professionals, or for sorry, I don't
head of
understand the
Homeland
question.
Security, do we have enough respirators or not?
For patients, I don't understand the question.
For everybody, every American who needs one, who gets the disease.
Republicans are stupid too sometimes. All of them. They're politicians. They're all stupid. Do we have enough respirators?
Again, I would refer you to HHS on that.
Mr. Secretary,
my budget supports.
You're supposed to keep us safe.
My budget supports the men and women
You're
of
the
Department
Secretary of Homeland Security.
So when he's saying respirators, does he mean mask? Does he mean like the kind you use when you're sanding drywall? What the fuck what is he talking about? Does he do we have enough masks for 330 million people? Do we need masks for 330 million? I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but I'm just laughing at this.
And you can't tell me if we...
Do we have... Okay, I don't know, sir. I haven't been to the local Home Depot or the local medical supply shop to see if there's enough respirators for 330 million people. We don't have someone in every state counting respirators, sir. Oh, my God.
We have enough respirators.
What I would tell you is that my budget,
I know,
our
that's true,
operations are focused not only on the men and women of DHS, making sure they're protected to do their jobs, to screen individuals coming in. We're working with HHS, CDC, and their budget.
You don't know the answer.
Do we have enough respirators?
Enough medical equipment.
Do we have enough face masks?
Oh my God. By the way, good morning to the gayest person on YouTube. Maniac Man, Cracked. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for dropping in.
For the Department of Homeland Security,
I'm not asking for the Department of Homeland Security.
Are you looking?
I'm asking for the American people.
Do we have enough? Oh my God. Oh my God. These are, oh my God. Oh my God.
For the entire American public?
Yes.
No, I would say probably not.
Okay, how short are we?
How the fuck would he know?
I will get that for you.
Sorry.
Okay.
I yelled
But
that
I want to
one.
be sure I understand. Somebody
Yes, sir.
is doing modeling
Yes, sir.
on how many cases were anticipated. You're
Yes, sir.
just not aware of them.
You're asking me a number of medical...
Oh, it froze there a little bit. I can't believe this, though. It's unreal. Hang on, maybe it'll pop back.
Questions that
I'm asking you
CDC
questions
and
because you're
HHS
Secretary of
are
the
focusing
Department
on.
of Homeland Security. And you're supposed
But
to
you're asking how many fucking face masks do we have in the United States as of this moment? I'm sorry, dude. Come on. You're just,
safe.
Yes, sir.
And you need to know the answers to these questions.
And
How far away are we from getting a vaccine?
in several months.
and it could be in several months. The crisis may be over, and at least the again, if it's like most of these types of viruses, they go away in the warm weather. But we don't know that because this is a different strain of the virus. But the line of questioning, do we have enough face masks to cover the entire population of the United States? Probably not. But if it gets that bad, I'm pretty sure we'll have a 2-3 week just kind of limited motion period, or people where they say just shut down your shit for a while and sit it out so more people don't get sick. But holy crap, what a stupid line of questioning. Good morning, Jedi Ghost Bear. How you doing?
That's not what we just heard testimony about.
And good morning, Cannibal Caretaker. Thank you.
Okay.
Who's on first here?
What's on second? I don't know who's on third. Oh no. Wait, who's on first? What's on second? What's the third? Who's on first? Okay, help me out with third base, people. Good morning, Rhetorical Entertainment. Also,
Chess is
what's
the
on second?
federal agency.
Oh, he did go into what's on second. I don't know. Third base.
Coronavirus response.
You're telling me we're months away from having a vaccine?
Well, they don't have you know what? They don't have a vaccine in China either, obviously. Or in Italy, or in Iran, or any of the other damn countries where that's going on. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. Third base.
Testimony as Secretary of Homeland Security.
What I have been told by HHS and CDC, yes.
And have you probed that to make sure that's accurate?
Yes, we continue.
No, I'm just spitballing here, Senator. Oh my God.
Every day we have task force meetings with those individuals and elsewhere talking about a number of these.
Well, your numbers aren't the same as CDC's.
Then I would certainly defer to CDC on our medical questions.
Well, don't you think you ought to contact them and find out whether you're right or not?
Oh my God! No, Senator, I never thought of that. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm going to call them right now. In fact, can you just hold on with your questioning? I got my cell phone here, and I'm going to call the CDC to make sure I have the correct answer. Hello, CDC. Yeah, Senator Kennedy has a question here. Let me make sure that our numbers match. Good God. Come on, Senator. You're just grandstanding.
Every day on our task force.
But you don't know why you have a discrepancy.
He doesn't even know if there is a discrepancy, Senator. God damn.
I would refer you to the CDC on specific
Mr. Secretary,
questions.
I'm going to hush here. You're supposed to keep us safe, and the American people deserve some straight answers on the coronavirus.
And you're asking stupid questions on the coronavirus, sir.
That's all I have, Madam Chair.
My God. Questions Senator Kennedy was asking were specific to the medical field and should be directed to CDC and Health and Human Services. DHS's authority in the area at this time is primarily related to incoming travelers. He's not. Good point, Heather Swift, DHS spokesperson. God damn, yes. And that's, you know what, I get it. He's supposed to ask like questions that are relevant and smart, and we don't know that they're all that smart. All right, let's move on because I've talked about this shit enough. Should we move on to a little politics here? Hey, there's a new poll in South Carolina, just ahead of the South Carolina. Excuse me, I'm burping. I need more coffee. Just ahead of the South Carolinian primary. Did I say good morning to the gayest person on YouTube? I hope I did. Good morning. How you doing? Be strong. All right, moving on to a little politics here. Let's a new poll in South Carolina, just ahead of the South Carolina primaries, may be giving us a hint that some of the socialism talk may have helped Joe Biden a little bit and may have hurt Bernie Sanders. Because remember, a couple days ago, it was Joe Biden at 27%, Bernie Sanders at 25%. In second, and there wasn't anyone really close for third. Well, suddenly, new poll has Biden with a huge lead in South Carolina, Bernie in third. So between the debate and perhaps the endorsement by South Carolina Democrat Jim Clyburn may have helped Biden more than I thought it was. I didn't think it would help him a whole lot. But anyway, you didn't because I slipped in through the back door. I see what you did there. Oh, good God. Okay. New Clemson University poll has Biden opening a massive lead in South Carolina. And Bernie Sanders, the front runner in third place, behind billionaire Tom Steyer. Okay, come on. How the hell? How does Tom Steyer? Why is Tom Steyer popular in South? Oh, I know. Because Tom Steyer decided to skip Nevada and spend all his money in South Carolina. So he's spent like, I want to say $200,000-$300,000 on flyers in South Carolina. Been just blanketing the towns with flyers and mailers and shit. And so he's really been concentrating in South Carolina. So maybe because his name recognition is up there. But anyway, the Clemson Palmetto poll finds new candidates keeping pace with more familiar names as the South Carolina primary election vote draws close on January 29th. What the hell? Shut up, phone. I don't need... Oh, because I was listening to a monkey video before. That just all of a sudden popped up when I hit that button. All right, here we go. 7 Democratic candidates are available for presidential primary voters to choose a favorite in the spring contest. Voters, all of whom said they plan to vote, made the following choices. If the election were held today, for whom would you vote? Joe Biden, 35%. Is this the comeback that we were talking about yesterday? Or the day before yesterday? Whatever day I was talking about it? Is this the Joe Biden comeback? Does he have a nice showing in South Carolina before Super Tuesday? Are we headed to a brokered convention in the Democratic Party and violence in Milwaukee? I don't know, but that's what the Bernie bros are saying. Anyway, so 35% for Biden, Steyer 17, Bernie Sanders in third now. It was 27-25 Biden, Sanders, and then Steyer was about at 17%. He was third, kind of real close to Warren. Now, Warren's dropped, Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Tulsi Gabbard, and unsure, 12%. Holy moly, Joe Biden has called South Carolina the firewall for his presidential campaign, meaning that regardless of what supposed happened before the Palmetto State, the outcome there would ensure his survival as a candidate. With its first in the South label still intact, South Carolina offered a large African American constituency, 50%, an opportunity to express their opinion about the Democratic candidates. Joe Biden's previous association with former Senators Strom Thurmond and Fritz Hollings and his frequent visits to the state gave him an advantage with voters? What? Wait a minute. Now, well, I guess Strom Thurmond was actually very well liked in South Carolina. I'm surprised that they would invoke his name. Fritz Hollings, a longtime Democrat senator, I get. But Strom Thurmond was, at least in other parts of the country, is always thought of as a racist, even though Strom Thurmond's chief of staff was a black man. If you weren't aware of that, which always was an odd dichotomy. Anyway, so Biden looking strong in South Carolina. That, oh my gosh, talk about shakeups. I think, you know what? I gotta wonder. Klobuchar, is she really gonna try to hang on till Super Tuesday? Pete Buttigieg is almost down to like less than $3 million. And in order to be able to compete on Super Tuesday, I don't know what these people down here are gonna do. Elizabeth Warren's probably close to dropping out. It's gonna be down to a five white man race. I'm sorry, I just think that's funny. But pretty soon, I think Warren can't hang on much longer. Although the thing about Warren though, I think she can still raise money. And that's the big thing. Buttigieg was, during the entire debate, was begging for money. Every time he got a chance, he was saying you need to send, go to whatever, Buttigieg, Pete for something or whatever, and give us money, because he's running out. And Klobuchar, I don't know how she could raise funds. I don't even think she could win Minnesota. That's the thing. Even though she claims to have a 17-point lead in Minnesota, I don't think so. I think Bernie Sanders is far more popular in Minnesota than Amy Klobuchar. Anyway, so that's fascinating. Now, let's see. I have one other thing here. Oh, yeah, but nationally now. Wait, which one's this? Oh, wait. I'm going to do that one last. Nationally, let's see. That's a huge concern. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders dominating California ahead of Super Tuesday. And California is the prize. Okay, but again, these are the nominating primaries. So it's not like winner take all when it comes to these primaries. They get delegates based on their showing in these places. So anyway, all signs are pointing for a strong Bernie Sanders win in the Super Tuesday state of California, according to a Change Research KQED poll released Wednesday. Sanders leading in the big-time Super Tuesday state, just days ahead of the March 3rd primaries. Now, it'll be interesting if Joe does well in South Carolina, how that affects the Super Tuesday states. If that poll is correct and he gets 35% in South Carolina, that could be a little bit of shakeup. You know, having Joe finally win a primary and some of these people who were who thought he wasn't viable, that he might actually make a comeback. But you know what they have to do with Joe to make sure that comeback continues? They need to shut him the hell up, because he just needs to stop talking now, because every time he opens his mouth, oh my God, something crazy comes out. Anyway, roughly 1/3. Let's see. So California has roughly 1/3 of the party's pledged delegates. Or wait a minute, what? Sanders is leading in the big-time Super Tuesday state, just days ahead of the March 3rd primaries. Roughly 1/3, or 1,357, of the party's pledged delegates are up for grabs, bringing the presidential hopefuls that much closer to the 1991 delegates required to seal the nomination. Now, he's not going to get all of them. Let's see. Anything less would result in a brokered convention, which could spark chaos within the Democratic Party. Oh, you think? Yeah, it's going to be chaos in Milwaukee either way. I'm still predicting Chicago 68 in Milwaukee this year, because some of the what's a good word for it? I don't want to say Bernie bros, but they just want to fight out there. They want to fight. There's people who want to fight, and they're going to do it at the Democratic convention. They'll protest the Republican convention, but if it goes to a broker convention and Bernie is not the nominee, that's not good. Anyway, now let's talk about Bernie versus Trump, though, because there is also a new poll that says Trump thumps Bernie in a head-to-head matchup. A new poll from Rasmussen has President Trump far ahead of Bernie Sanders in a national head-to-head matchup. Trump has 50% support compared to 43% for the Democratic Socialists. This poll is an outlier, and most other polls have Bernie over Trump nationally, including these last 6 tracked by Real Clear Politics average. So, but you know what? Let him start talking about socialism some more, and we'll see how that works out. Anyway, President Trump does not necessarily need to win the national head-to-head in order to win the November election. In 2016, Trump ceded the popular vote by about 2%, but still won the electoral vote handily. So anyway, but that's interesting. That's a Rasmussen poll. It's an outlier. But who was the most accurate in 2016? Oh, yeah. I think it was Rasmussen. All right, let's just go through. Let's pop. Oh, we're already time for Twitter trends. I was going to just run through a couple other headlines. Well, here's some of the headlines of the day. Let's see. We already talked enough about coronavirus. There's a new leak. That's Mike Bloomberg once said that Social Security is a Ponzi scheme and wants to cut safety net. Now, ironically, Social Security was kind of set up as a Ponzi scheme, if you think about it. If you really understand what Ponzi schemes are and how Social Security was set up when it was set up assuming there would always be an increasing population, And so the people that were working would always be able to cover the cost of Social Security for those who are no longer working. It was never a lockbox. Yeah, everyone pays into Social Security, but they've always keep increasing Social Security more than the number of people working. And so it's always never been, it's an expenditure. It's not like you put something in and they saved it. Hell no. It goes into the general budget, they spend it, and the people working now pay for the people who are on Social Security. It's always been a Ponzi scheme. Just saying. Hello, Madan Flint. Madan Flint. Hello, Madan Flint. How are you doing? And good morning, Straight Sith Mail. How are you? Good morning, Check Your Logic. Glad you guys are here. What else? Apparently, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer said they would be okay with Bernie as the nominee now. That's different, but I'm sure they're just saying it to be saying it. The DNC does not want Bernie. Let's see. What else? Bernie Sanders left step. South Carolina Republicans urge fellow Trump supporters to vote for Bernie Sanders in the primary. Yes, South Carolina is an open primary state. So there's kind of what do they call that? Operation Chaos when they go in the open primary states where they go in and go like they vote in the other party's primary, trying to get their worst candidate selected. I don't know if I'm into this Pied Piper strategy after it failed so badly for Hillary Clinton. But yes, since Donald Trump doesn't have anyone to go against in South Carolina, the open primary system might be a boon to Bernie Sanders. Maybe not for the reason it's supposed to, but excuse me, but who knows? Anyway, what else here? Top election security official will keep her job after overstating Russia interference to Congress. Maybe we'll just take a look at that, then we'll go into Twitter trends. Because this was an interesting story from a couple days ago. Top election security official will keep her job after overstating Russian interference to Congress. Shelby Pearson, the intelligence community election threats executive, briefed Congress earlier this month and said that Russia was interfering in the 2020 election and was showing a preference for Donald Trump. But other officials said that was a mischaracterization and an overstatement of Russians' intentions. According to CNN, according to national security officials, the U.S. intelligence community has assessed that Russia is... this is from CNN. Russia is interfering in the 2020 election and has separately assessed that Russia views Trump as a leader they can work with. But the U.S. does not have evidence. Oh no, they don't have evidence that Russia's interference this cycle is aimed at re-electing Trump. The intelligence doesn't say that, one senior national security official told CNN. A more reasonable interpretation of the intelligence is not that they have a preference. It's a step short of that. It's more likely they understand that the president is someone they can work with. He's a deal maker. But I'd say that telling Congress that Russia has a preference for Trump when they actually didn't is a pretty big goof, especially considering what happened last time. Congress told that Russia was helping Trump. But new ODNI director Richard Grenell apparently thought it prudent to protect Pearson despite her committing an error that should have cost the woman her job. I don't know what this is from. This is from CNN also. News that Pearson is staying put comes amid a shakeup atop the office of the Director of National Intelligence Leadership Structure, as acting director Joseph McGuire was replaced by U.S. Ambassador to Germany Richard Grenell, who then quickly forced out the number 2 intelligence official in the U.S. government, Andrew Hallman. McGuire formally resigned last week after Trump made it clear he would not be nominated for the full-time intelligence chief job. A source familiar with the matter
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Tells CNN. The briefing Pearson gave to lawmakers was a key component behind his ouster, with a White House official telling CNN, a White House official. Oh, gosh. A White House official telling CNN that the president became irate with McGuire over it. Trump used Pearson's gaffe as an excuse to can McGuire, but why didn't Pearson get the boot too? That's a great question. Anyway, enough of that. All right, let's get into Twitter trends and get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, by the way, let's see, check my notifications here real quick. Okay, that's from that. Thank you, Chi-Town J, also for tweeting out the show today. Necrosol Collins, I already thanked, and Tyler F, Becca Fairley, and Maddie, who are always Johnny on the spot. Okay, Twitter trends today. Let's check the Explore tab real quick and open this up. Mulan is coming out in theaters on March 27th. Now, here's a fascinating thing. Okay, so they're doing the live action Mulan, and I think they're doing it without the music, though. I think they're just making it an action flick. Now, you know what? When my kids were little, I thought I really liked Mulan. We watched that over and over and over. I really, really, really liked that animated feature. So I'm kind of bummed that they've made the live action flick not so much a musical type, or maybe I could have this wrong, but I know that the song "Make a Man Out of You" is not in the show. Perhaps that's because of the new intersectional proclivities of Hollywood. I have no idea, but anyway, this is one movie that I might go see in a theater, though. We'll have to see if it looks good when I start looking at the trailers. Anyway, and yes, hi Patrice Ripley. The hashtag one on video party is about BTS's new music video. Over 10 million views in an hour. Good God. Oh, hey Beth Castleman too. I see you're here too. Good morning. Holy moly, 10 million views in an hour. So yes, trending number 1 on Twitter is On Video Party. It's a music video by the supergroup, K-pop supergroup BTS, full of very pretty young men. And on music video shatters record as it hits 10 million views in an hour. I'm assuming on YouTube. Is that correct? He's just too perfect for this world, says Ari. Oh, isn't he lovely? And K-Charts Translations Unofficial MV is now the fastest music video in history to surpass 10 million views on YouTube in just 1 hour and 5 minutes. Previously, Boy With Love surpassed 10 million views in 2 hours and 51 minutes. So K-pop is kicking YouTube's ass. Let's see. Okay. Wait, local see Maze Runner, Lion King, Attack on Titan, and Noah's Ark trending. On Video Party. Bring it on. Lots of hashtags going. 10 million views in 1 hour. I am just dumbfounded. Now, I might have to go watch it just because, you know me, I make fun of K-pop all the time. But thanks to Patrice Ripley, our local K-pop aficionado, I might actually go watch a couple K-pop videos now. Just because. Number 2, it's Pokemon Day. It's Pokemon Day is trending. Number 2. Look for a sweet treat to serve on Pokemon Day. Look at that cake. Is that awesome? I don't care about it being Pokemon Day, but that cake is fantastic. Look at that. That's something you'd see on Cake Boss. Is that awesome or what? Very well done, Pokemon cake aficionado. Awesome. Oh, and YouTube's even getting the act. Looking for a sweet treat to serve on Pokemon Day? Let Yolanda Gamp show you how to make a Pokeball. Sweet. It's a video on YouTube how to make one of those. I don't know why it's Pokemon Day, but it is, and it's trending number 2 because everyone loves Pokemon, I guess. So if you're into Pokemon, go check it out. Good morning, Bob H. How you doing? I see you there. Trending number 3, Gymshark win. It's trending in hip hop and rap. Yay, Usher. Tell me that doesn't get you going like you're 11 years old running to the dance floor at your middle school. Gymshark win. Okay, Gymshark is something to do with, I don't know what the fuck Gymshark. It's trending. Okay, here it is. Gymshark. Want to win a $500 Gymshark gift card? Tell us if you could work out to one song for the rest of your life. What would it be? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, here we go. Oh, and she said, yeah, Usher. The song Yeah by Usher. Okay, chat. This is a good question to ask. You don't have to put the Gymshark hashtag in there. But if you had to work out, if you could work out to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? Put your answer in the chat. I'm going to type mine out. And this one might surprise you because you'd think it'd be something funk, but it's not. And I'm gonna hit enter probably in a couple minutes. So if you could work out to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, put your answer in the chat, and then I've got mine typed in, but I'm not hitting enter till after I see a few of yours. All right, moving on. The Man music video, Taylor Swift. Oh, is trending number 3. Because she's okay. I'm very proud of myself for guessing that Taylor Swift was the man in her new The Man music video. Okay, so I see. People are figuring out that she was dressed up as a man in her music video. She said, "Stop praising men for doing the exact same thing millions of women do every day." Okay. Okay. Okay, so apparently Taylor Swift's new anthem is a what's the word? It's a feminist anthem. Okay, cool. Whatever. I maybe we'll check out Taylor Swift's new song too, but it sure doesn't match up to BTS. BTS out there kicking ass every day. I couldn't stand to listen to the same song that much. No, I'm just saying. But pick out your go-to workout song. Kickstart My Heart, Motley Crue. That's a good one. The Beast by Rob. I don't have any idea who that is. Run, Run Away by Slade. Run, Run Away. Sing Along by Sturdy. Okay, so most people are going metal. See, I tell you, I'm in that theme. Okay, I'm gonna hit my go-to because it's right there. That would be my workout song right there. All right, you'll see it in a second because I know there's a 12-second delay before you see what I type or what I say before I type it. All right, moving on. Taylor Swift's number 3. All right, let's move into the show more here, and we'll get to the rest of them. I'm running out of time quickly, so let's go. Trending number 5. Stay away from people who. That's a hashtag. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna guess someone in the first 10. Oh, hang on. Let's take a over and under on when you'll first see the first MAGA reference in the top 10 of the hashtag of stay away from people who, or stop. I'm gonna say Unchained Melody. Because you're lazy. Okay, I got you. Didn't I say back in? Oh, I said Black and Black. Yes, I did mean Back in Black. I got an extra L in there. Black and Black's a porn video. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Over and under. And how many? Ooh, September. That'd be a good one too. See, I would go more with. I Got to Get You Into My Life. You know, their remake of the Beatles song. That would be a good one too, because that's one. Okay, so Got to Get You Into My Life was my go-to song every time me and my friend Rick would go golfing when I was in college. So we would go play golf, and first thing Rick would put in the what was it, CD, whatever, music player, would be Got to Get You Into My Life by Earth, Wind & Fire. And that was our pump-up song to go golfing. But that would be a good workout song, too. Anyway. All right. So how many before someone says stay away from people who, something MAGA-related, run to the hills. Run to the hills. Is it run to the hills? Run for your life. Yeah, that song. I remember that. That's one of those banger tracks too. All right. Stay away from people who, hashtag, stay away from people who, quote, or don't like children. You know what? I know people who don't like children, and I tend to not hang around them because I like kids. Stay from people who don't like children. Something about someone who doesn't like the innocence of a child is creepy, unless it's a child in the airplane sitting behind you, crying, fidgeting, and kicking your seat. But otherwise, I really like children. I tend to agree with that. Stay away from people who, you know what? Just stay away from people, especially during the coronavirus season. Stay away from people who shame you for being excited and passionate about something. Yeah, you know what? That's we don't need the Debbie Downers. We really don't. She's Debbie Downer. Stay away from people who gossip about others because they're probably gossiping about you too. Hey, that is bellworthy. Stay away from people who kill animals for fun. Oh, good God. It seriously takes a sick individual to kill something just to feel good about themselves. Yeah, I'm not a fan of sport hunting. But hunting that where you actually get something from the hunting, I have no problem with. Like people who hunt for deer and people who hunt for things that you're gonna eat. Okay, if it's something you're gonna eat, I have no problem with hunting. Sport hunting. I'm not a fan of. Stay away from people who pour milk in the bowl before the cereal. Never mind. Stay away from people who don't get your sense of humor. Stay away from people who think Friends is better than Seinfeld. You know, it's the Seinfeld versus Friends thing. I don't get it. They're just different shows that are can both be enjoyable. Okay. All right. Anyway. Oh, there it is. There it is. Stay away from people who voted for Trump. How many was that? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you voted 9, you are the winner. Stay away from people who don't have your best interests at heart. Oh my gosh. Is that my driveway? No, it's not. That even looks like my garage door. Yes, I used to do that on Halloween. I would stand there in a hood, okay, with over my eyes, just my chin showing, and then I would be standing there like a statue with an axe, and I would stay very still. As soon as the kids came up close, I would just slightly drag the axe so they would look up. Oh my gosh. Kids loved coming to my house for Halloween. All right, moving on. There's I knew it took 9, so if you had 9, you're the winner. All right, moving on. No More Dream, that's more K-pop from is it from BTS or who's that from? Yes, it is more BTS. No More Dream is trending. If it's BTS, it will trend. They are the most popular K-pop band in the world, and maybe the most popular current group in the world, period. I don't know. Greninja probably has something to do with Pokemon, maybe? Yes, it is. It's Bulbasaur won the 13th spot in the Pokemon Day poll. It's the third most voted starter after Greninja, Charizard, and even beat Pikachu and Eevee. Okay, so that's because it is Pokemon Day, people are talking. Zarude, I think that's also something. Is that Pokemon related too? I think so, yeah. A new mythical Pokemon, Zarude, the rogue monkey, has been revealed for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So there you go. It's now, Steven Seagal is trending because Steven Seagal has been fined by the SEC for allegedly promoting a particular cryptocurrency. Seagal allegedly failed to disclose he was promised $250,000 in cash and $750,000 worth of Bitcoin tokens in return for promoting the initial coin offering on his social media platforms, according to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissions. Now that's a no-no, because if you're getting paid, you got to tell people you're getting paid. All right, especially with that kind of stuff. So apparently he is getting charged. I don't know how much he'll get fined, but he became the latest celebrity punished for failing to disclose that he was being paid to promote a digital coin as part of the U.S. regulators' ongoing crackdown on token offerings. So there you go. Steven Seagal is going to get a fine. Now, it's kind of funny because Steven Seagal is still relevant? Like, people still listen to Steven Seagal about anything? Okay, whatever. Good. Say My Name is trending. Why? Oh my God. Say my name, See, when I hear Say My Name, I think of Destiny's Child. But anyway, I don't know how this nigga scared me of Say My Name by Destiny's Child, but here we are, because the new Candyman movie is coming out. And the original guy, it's coming out June 12th. Dare to Say His Name, Candyman, is in theaters. Wow, just the fact that they're bringing back Candyman, that movie is pretty scary. But Say My Name is one of the key lines of that movie. So that's coming out when? June 12th. So if you're into scary movies, go check out the new Candyman movie. All right, we're moving on. Let's see here. Dominican Independence Day. Happy Independence Day. Dominican Republic. If you know any Dominicans, tell them Happy Independence Day. What? Why? I don't know why that's on there, but and then where are my Dominicans at? There you go. She's happy because it is Independence Day for Dominican Republic. My ancestors. This one's for you. Happy Dominican Independence Day. There's one of their baseball players doing a thing. My shout out to the Dominicans. All right, cool. So it is, if you know anyone who's from the Dominican Republic or has any kind of, okay, whatever. The MV is trending number 12. Whatever the MV is, that's probably something. Okay, more K-pop, more BTS. The MV. Oh, the music video. Oh, duh. That's what it's. All right, whatever. We know that BTS rules the world. Say So. Doja Cat recreates TikTok dance in a new video for Say So. I don't know who Doja Cat is, but I'll probably find out in a second. Doja Cat has released the music video for Say So. And the girl who created the Say So dance was in the music video with Doja Cat. So there you go. Because this is the girl who created this particular dance. Is that right? I don't know. Do I really care? I don't know if I do. But there's Doja Cat. And so on and so forth. So there you go. New music video. Moving on. St. Lil Ron. Oh God. What's this has got to be. I'm gonna guess this is Trump related. I don't know why. I'm just guessing. Oh no, never mind. Y'all spell Gucci as Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent as Saint Lil Ron. Got me dying at 5 a.m. Okay, when you realize that Saint Lil Ron is supposed to be Yves Saint Laurent. SoundCloud rapper is going to change their name to Saint Lil Ron. When am I get my Saint Lil Ron jacket? Like, as in Yves Saint Laurent. I don't know who spelled it that way, but somebody said a Saint Lil Ron jacket when they meant Yves Saint Laurent. That's hilarious. Okay, and it's trending. It must be the brothers are probably laughing at that one. Mimic You has probably something Pokemon. Well, sort of. Yeah, Mimic You beat Charizard in the Pokemon of the Year rankings. Okay, really? Oh, okay. Here they are. Here they are. Here's the Pokemon of the Year results. At number 10, Gengar. Number 9, Gardevoir. Number 8, Rayquaza. Number 7, Garchomp. Number 6, Sylveon. Number 5, Umbreon. Number 4, Charizard. Charizard. When my kids were little, Charizard was the card everyone wanted. That was the king. King of the Pokemon. I'm sure they've got better ones than. Number 3, Mimikyu. Number 2, Lucario. And number 1, Greninja. There you go. If you're into Pokemon. Hello, Mike Savage. Hello, Pincalo. Hello, Seamus Derby. And Sean. And Johnny Blaze. Oh my gosh, a whole bunch of people here I didn't see before. All right. That's only if you're into Pokemon. All right, let's finish it up with number... Okay, Jungkook, Jesus, I'm done with the K-pop. I'm not clicking any more of them, and it's another K-pop thing. On official music video, which hit 10 million views in an hour on YouTube. We already know about that one. Thursday Thoughts is number 18. And since number 19 is BTS Streaming Party, and I've said enough about BTS already today, I am going to actually click Thursday Thoughts and see if we can get a good Thursday thought of the day, or maybe even a Thursday thought of the day. Now, I know I didn't do any FTGs today, and I probably could have easily done it. Can I just get an FTG for everybody who's politicizing coronavirus today? Just a quick FTG, put it, oh, what the hell did I just do? That's not what I wanted to do. What the hell was that? An FTG, not a whatever I just did. FTG to everyone politicizing coronavirus. Just drop one in the chat. And let's finish up with the Thursday thoughts. Let's see if we can get a good Thursday thought of the day. Let's see. Oh, of course, you can't gaslight a pandemic, Donald. Oh my God. You know what? Here's the message, because holy fuck. Now I'm just gonna read this message. It's a thought, but I'm gonna FTG whoever put this up here. You can't gaslight a pandemic, Donald. You can't bully it into compliance, lie to it, and hope it won't run a fact check, pay for its silence, or promised immunity. You can't threaten its re-election bid if it breaks ranks, fire it when it dissents, or impugn its character when its base is attacked. You can't fool it with a talk about God, bury it with Fox News fluff pieces, or drown it in nationalism. You can't bullshit a pandemic, so nothing you know how to do will help you here. He appointed some people to be in charge of it, and he did what presidents are supposed to do. How about an FTG for John Pavlitz? FTG, in fact, I'm going to type that out. FTG John Pavlovitz. I'm not even going to spell it right. You don't Pavlovitz. There you go, John. I've even spelled your name wrong. You don't deserve to have your name spelled right. Oh, Thursday thoughts. Newsbusters followers cause economic shutdown. Patty Arquette to followers cause an economic shutdown. Resist. Oh my God, what Patricia Arquette with your ridiculous boob job. Did I just shame her? I don't want to shame her for that. She just looks ridiculous, though. I'm sorry. Lefty co-star of third installment of the Nightmare on Elm Street series is apparently trying to help force a nightmare on Wall Street. Patricia Arquette felt it worthy of the resist movement to summon her inner Bill Maher and implore followers to tank the U.S. economy. How? She told her followers not to buy anything on March 2nd. Arquette took to Instagram to post what appears to be a screenshot of a February 15th tweet that read, "A reminder, please contact everyone you know. On Monday, March 2nd, we're going to have an economic shutdown." The February 22nd babbling continued. "Shut it down. It's easy. Do not spend any money on anything anywhere. Our goal is to cause a $238.2 billion blip on the federal government records." Arquette reiterated the call to action in her caption. Oh my God. Okay, so every dime you don't spend on March 2nd, you'll spend on March 3rd, and it ain't going to do a damn thing. But nice try there, Patricia Arquette, you ridiculous muppet. Let's find a better Thursday thought. Here's one. Serenity comes when you trade expectations for acceptance. That's a quote. Here's the beautiful, lovely, the lovely image that goes along with that. Flowers and a field and all that shit. Let's see. Here's a Thursday thought. And he never looked back. Okay, look at the puppies looking all happy to see each other. Oh, cute puppies, cute puppies. And then dogs just want to have fun too. Here's a dog. Oh, look at this. This dog gets his own sled. Look at this shit. That is awesome. That is so cool. I'm going to put that on full screen. This dog got his own damn sled. Isn't that cute? Okay, now that's awesome. So dogs just want to have fun. Yes, Patricia Arquette, you're ridiculous. I'm tempted to scroll and see, what? Why is Michelle Obama up here? You should never view your challenges as a disadvantage. Instead, it's important for you to understand that your experience facing and overcoming adversity is actually one of your biggest advantages. Michelle Obama, 2016 at the City College of New York commencement. You know what? I'm giving Michelle Obama credit for that one. That's a very good quote, and I actually appreciate it. You should never view your challenges as a disadvantage. Instead, it's important for you to understand that your experience facing and overcoming adversity is actually one of your biggest advantages. Good for her. You know what? Something that I can agree with Michelle Obama on. Now all these other Thursday thoughts are from India. I don't know where. And it doesn't look like we have any Thursday thoughts for today. That's okay, because we don't have to have one. You never know when one's going to show up tomorrow. And on that note, thank you, everybody. Oh, that car. I know. That was a cool car, and I didn't even... I should have done something about that car. Hey, gang, thank you so much for being here at the Morning Night Live on this lovely Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday. What are we doing Friday? Oh, Funky Friday. We'll go back to the old funk that we do as our musical trend. Oh, what I didn't do this. Let me check the hashtag real quick. That was dumb. Plus, I have a notification here. Pincalo. Yes, you gave me the Steven Seagal story too. Thank you. And then what is this one? Oh, there's a Vice. Oh yeah, this story. So, okay, this was in the hashtag. We did the Steven Seagal story, so it was trending, but this one too. We can't have a feminist future without abolishing the family. Oh, come on. Thank you, Cryptid, with the thank you, Cryptid, for the super chat under the Streamlabs link, saying I can't even say. Barack married a fine man. Oh God. I'll get yeeted just for reading that one. I disavow. Barack married a fine man. Okay. We can't have a feminist future without abolishing the family. How the fuck do you abolish the family? Feminist thinker is a very generous, oh wait, what did you say, Cryptic? Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm sorry. I misread this. At least I think I did. Cryptic with the $2 super chat says, Barack married a fine man. There, I corrected the record. All right. Okay, feminist thinker, and again, I say that's a generous name. We can FTG her right now in the chat. Feminist thinker Sophie Lewis has a radical proposal for what comes next. Well, nobody's going to be coming. Somebody finish that thought for me, please, so that I don't have to say it out loud. A little more than 2 weeks before I planned to meet the feminist theorist Sophie Lewis, her mother died. Oh, I'm sorry. That's nothing to be silly about. She had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in March, requiring Lewis to travel back and forth between her home in Philadelphia and a hospital in the UK, a journey she technically wasn't allowed to make due to the pending status of her green card. When her mother passed away in late November, she did so thousands of miles away, while Lewis and her brother sang the Taylor Swift song "Safe and Sound" to her over Skype. That's a sad story. I actually have sympathy for her for that part of it, so I don't want to make fun of her for that. Anyway, earlier that month, a lecture at Lower Manhattan, hosted by the arts journal Efflux, Lewis, who is 31, reflected on what some might see as an obvious irony to her crisscrossing the ocean to care for her ailing mother. Verso Books had just published her first book, Full Surrogacy Now, a polemic that calls for abolishing the family. 2019, in addition to its more general geopolitical ghoulishness, has been a difficult one for this particular family abolitionist, Lewis told the audience of about 24. Oh, she got an audience of a whole 24? Way to go. It's been surreal because the temporal coincidence of the full surrogacy launch with this unprecedented requirement for me that I be at my closest bio relative's bedside brought the stakes of my subject matter to life with almost unbearable intensity. Her closest bio relative? Oh, you mean mom? Holy shit. The book, at its core premise, has gained widespread attention from leftist publications like Jacobin and The Nation, all the way to Fox News' Tucker Carlson, who dedicated a June segment on his primetime show, tearing it down. Good. Good for you, Tucker. Recently, the columnist David Brooks declared in The Atlantic that the nuclear family was a mistake. Get the fuck out of here. The piece inspired a niche version of a popular Drake meme, with the singer shaking his head at disapproval at Brooks' column in one frame and smiling at full surrogacy now in the next. I gave up after 2 minutes, admittedly, but let it be known that I, incredulous, started reading it. Lewis tweeted of the Atlantic piece, like, "Have we reached David Brooks?" When Lewis demands full surrogacy now, she isn't talking about a commercial surrogacy or surrogacy, trademark, as she puts it. Instead, she uses the surrogacy industry to build the argument that all gestation is work. Oh, be paid for having a baby. That's what she's trying to say. Because of the immense physical and emotional labor it requires of those who do it. She often refers to pregnancy as an extreme sport. If all pregnancy counts as work, we can take a clear-eyed look at our current working conditions. It is a wonder we let fetuses inside us, she says at the start of her book, citing the roughly 1,000 people in the United States who still die as a result of pregnancy and childbirth each year, mostly poor women and women of color. This situation is social, not simply natural. Okay. It's social, not simply natural. Things are like this for political and economic reasons. We made them this way. And so we can make them different, Lewis argues. She imagines a future where the labor of making new human beings is shared among all of us. Well, I ain't making no goddamn new human beings. Or at least, well, I can't. What? Okay, wait a minute. This is a very good time for a new term that I've begun using on the Morning Night Live, and this is the term. This is the term exactly how it goes. It is if you're not familiar with that term, that is the term of Sophie Lewis talking straight out of her butthole. I'm going to finish the show with that lovely note. Gang, I gotta go. But thank you for being here at the Morning Night Live. I've enjoyed this immensely, and I hope you have too. And if you have, but have yet to hit that thumbs up button right down there somewhere, please hit the like button on the way out, except for Duck Dog, who's already done his duty and hit the thumbs down button. Also, make sure you share the show out, hit the arrow that says share, and share this out on your favorite social media, because the Morning Night Live is here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 3 p.m. GMT for those people in other parts of the world. And if you really, really, really like what we do, hit the tip jar in the Streamlabs link, which is in the P-Dog Night Live website right there, that pdognight.live. And if you're not following me on Twitter, if you're on Twitter or Gab or Minds, you can do that at pdognight. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you all coming by, and I hope we see you again tomorrow, because I'm here tomorrow on Funky Friday. My name is P Dog Night, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Hey, this is P Dog Night, and thank you for watching today on the P Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comments section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.